Hello everyone and welcome to the Perfect Sticker Collecting Team. Here is the criteria I eventually ended up using for the team. No legendaries, no annoying evolutions, no using the battle tower TMs or items that you can purchase with BP, no grand underground TMs, no egg moves, and no hidden abilities. Little asterisk there, you'll see later. I think no legendaries is pretty obvious. They're annoying to get. Some people might want to shiny hunt them, because I think you could do that in this game. No annoying evolutions, like friendship or stones or trade evolutions. No battle tower, because I don't want anyone to have to do the battle tower to get the TMs or items. You might do the battle tower to level up the Pokemon, or perfect the IVs or do EVs if you want. No egg moves, so you can use a Pokemon that you have from a previous game if you wanted to. And no hidden abilities. This mostly applies, but there's a niche case where a hidden ability might be better to have. The expectations. All Pokemon are level 100. They all have perfect IVs. Only one Pokemon per fight, so that's 5 Pokemon total that are needed. You can win any battle even if you have the worst RNG happen. There are some items on Pokemon that are 5% on random Pokemon, but those are easy to get. And you use the move reminder to get most of your moves. Or buy the moves at like Veilstone City, because those are cheap. The way the battle works is that you will bring your first Pokemon to the first battle, and it will die at the end. So you don't have to switch your Pokemon at the end of the battle, and you can walk right up to the next person and talk to them, and it'll automatically have the right Pokemon. This also makes it so you don't have to rearrange the Pokemon after each successful fight. I hope this helps you if you were struggling getting stickers or anything. This can also be good for money and getting a Pokemon to level up or get the ribbon that might not otherwise have been able to beat this. If you have any questions at all about this, please feel free to ask in the comments. I'll try and do my best to respond when I am available. If you happen to find something better than I have here, please tell me. If enough recommendations happen, I might even update the video for a whole new team if there is a better one. It is recommended to level up these Pokemon in different games. At least one Pokemon needs to go to Sword and Shield, and 4 of the others can go to Scarlet and Violet for leveling up, if that is preferred. Now, I am going to showcase each of the battles and how the Pokemon beats them. This is the first Elite Four member Aaron's Bug team. I have chosen Gardevoir for this. Gardevoir does not need the Holden item, so you can give it an amulet coin if you want more money. It uses the ability Trace. It has 100 defense EVs, 232 special attack EVs, 176 speed EVs. It is a modest nature. The moveset is Calm Mind, Draining Kiss, Moonblast, and Healing Wish. The ace of this team is Drapion. The lead Pokemon is Yanmega. Yanmega has Wise Glasses, Speed Boost. It is very strong specially and has a speed raising nature, so it is really fast. It is timid as well, which makes it fast. It has Bug Buzz, Air Slash, Detect, and Ancient Power. This is a really annoying moveset, which made it hard to find a Pokemon for this for a while. Bug Buzz will lower special defense, Air Slash can flinch, and Ancient Power can give an Omni boost, while Detecting just allows it to get its speed boost. Vespiquen, Heracross, and Flygon are no really issues in this, so I won't go over them. You can look at the stuff here if you want. Scizor has Bullet Punch, X-Scissor, Night Slash, Swords Dance, Aqua Berry, and Technician with max HP and attack. This can be bad because it is 50-50 usually if it Bullet Punches or Swords Dances. Drapion has Scope Lens Sniper with Jolly, Cross Poison, Night Slash, Earthquake, and X-Scissor. The way Gardevoir defeats this team is by having Trace. It will Trace, Speed Boost, and always be faster than Yanmega, which ignores Air Slash. Yanmega won't click Ancient Power into Gardevoir as it is not a good move. And to ignore the Bug Buzzes, you Calm Mind the first 2 turns, which will negate Bug Buzz special defense drops. You will then proceed to Draining Kiss Yanmega, Heracross, and Flygon, Moonblast, Vespiquen, and Scizor. The reason for having defensive investment in Gardevoir is to survive a crit Bullet Punch. It doesn't always go for Bullet Punch, but it can, but you should always survive it, worst being at 2% health. The special attack investment will be enough to kill Scizor and Vespiquen with only 2 Calm Minds. Against Drapion, you will Healing Wish and switch into Garchomp, where you will use Bulldoze. This is the second Elite Four member Bertha's ground team. I have brought a Lapras with shell armor and no item. It only needs max special attack and a certain amount of speed investment to outspeed everything, but here it is max speed as well for easy EV applications. It is a modest nature with Brine, Ice Beam, Perish Song, and Protect. The ace of this team is Rhyperior, and the lead Pokemon is Whiscash. Whiscash has a Rindo Berry, Hydration, max attack and special attack with Earthquake, Ice Beam, Scald, and Zen Headbutt. Gliscor has a Citrus Berry Hypercutter, so you can't lower its attack. It is max HP, max attack with Adamant. Has Earthquake, Thunderfang, Guillotine, X-Scissor. Guillotine doesn't matter as all these Pokemon will be level 100. Nidoking is Life Orb, Sheer Force with max HP, max special attack. Sheer Force with moves that have a secondary effect will negate Life Orb's recoil damage. It is a modest nature with Sludge Bomb, Thunderbolt, Earth Power, and Ice Beam. There's Hippowdon with Sandstream and a Chesto Berry. It is max HP, max attack, Adamant. Has Ice Fang, Earthquake, Crunch, and Rest. There's a Mamoswine with Nevermelt Ice, Thick Fat, max attack, max speed, and a little bit of HP investment. It is Adamant nature with Earthquake, Icicle Spear, Ice Shard, Double Edge. Ice Shard is a very annoying move for this to have. Priority moves make planning around things very difficult because you don't know if the AI will or will not use a priority move. Then there's Rhyperior with Muscle Band, Solid Rock, max HP, max attack, a little bit of defense investment. It's an Adamant nature with Earthquake, Rock Wrecker, Thunderfang, Megahorn. It is also holding a Muscle Band. This thing is strong and tanky, especially in the sand. So that was a challenge to figure out. So the way Lapras can beat this is Shell Armor, really good ability. Also doesn't need an item. It can use Brine twice against Whiscash, as Whiscash can't really do anything to Lapras. It will use Ice Beam against Gliscor, Hippowdon, and Nidoking, and it will Brine Mamoswine. All should be one-shots. Then, against Rhyperior, you will want to Perish Song turn 1. If Rockwrecker misses or it goes for an Earthquake, you will want to Protect in the next turn to get the Perish timer to go a little more. If you then die to Earthquake, bring in Drapion, and then switch to Haunter. This is so that Rhyperior will almost definitely use an Earthquake. And then when you're in Haunter, you will also use Protect, and Rhyperior will die to Perish. If you die to Rockwrecker, bring out Garchomp instead. Garchomp can use Bulldoze, always bring it over 50% health. Then it will have a recharge move because Rockwrecker, that's what Rockwrecker does, and then you can kill with Bulldoze. This is the third Elite Four member Flint's Fire team. I've used a Garchomp for this with Soft Sand, Sand Veil, with an asterisk, I'll say why later, 12 HP, 220 attack, 156 defense, and 120 speed EVs. It is a naughty nature. It has Bulldoze, Dragon Breath, Swords Dance, Protect. This team was annoying to figure out. The reason Sandveil has an asterisk is it will work. All the games I have tested with will work. But in theory, you can get 2 crits and then maybe die to a priority move when the AI should be using full restore, but then decides to use a priority move. I have not come across this, but it might be able to happen. But I haven't been able to figure it out with my in-game testing. The ace on this team is Magmortar, and the lead is Ninetales. Ninetales has a Heat Rock, Drought, Max Special Attack, Max Speed, Timid. has Flamethrower, Solar Beam, Hypnosis, Nasty Plot. This was annoying because Hypnosis is a challenge, so you have to one-shot Ninetales or be immune to sleep. Solar Beam can do a lot of damage. Flamethrower can also do a lot of damage in the sun. And there's Nasty Plot in case you want to set up against Ninetales. So that was a challenge. There's Houndoom, which hasn't ever really been too much of a challenge. If you can just outspeed and kill it. Rapidash is pretty much the same, except it has Flame Body, so you have to use a move that ignores that. Infernape is really annoying. It has Focus Sash, Iron Fist, Max Attack, Max Speed. It is a really fast Pokemon. It also has Fire Punch, Thunder Punch, Close Combat, and Mach Punch. This is a very annoying combo because Sash, mostly, but then it can Mach Punch you instead of full restoring, even though it's at 1 health. Arcanine is the most annoying Pokemon here. It has a Shuca Berry, Intimidate, 6 HP, 252 attack, 252 speed, Jolly Nature with Flare Blitz, Close Combat, Play Rough, and Extreme Speed. But it will lower attack, and the Shuca Berry makes it so the first ground move that it is hit with is halved in damage. Fire is weak to 3 types, ground, rock, and water. This means Arcanine is resisting ground on the first hit, also most likely resisting water because the sun was set up by Ninetales and has a heat rock to make the sun last longer, and there is barely any accurate rock moves, and Power Gem being the only one that's good, but nothing good gets it for this. Another annoying thing about Arcanine is its moveset. Flare Blitz does a lot of damage, can burn. Close Combat does a lot of damage. Play Rough does a lot of damage, can drop attack, and Extreme Speed is a priority move, which are annoying, especially when Arcanine will almost always live 2 hits. The way Garchomp tackles this is it will just bulldoze all the Pokemon. The first 5 Pokemon, it will only bulldoze. That's all it needs to do. The EVs are this specific because of the Arcanine and Infernape combo. Arcanine comes out first in this fight, and then Infernape comes out right after. So Intimidate will drop Garchomp's attack, and then Play Rough can also drop attack, so I have to account for Play Rough crit attack drop. Garchomp will 2-hit Arcanine, and then Infernape will come out. With Sand Veil, you bring it down to Sash with Bulldoze, and then you attack again on the full restore. With Sand Veil, there is a chance, but I don't know if this actually happens, where if Arcanine crit with Play Rough and Infernape crits with Close Combat, it might use Mach Punch on the full restore turn. So if you have an ability patch, you might want to use it on Garchomp to get Rough Skin, as Infernape will Close Combat you first, take a little bit of chip from Rough Skin, and then Bulldoze will kill it. Garchomp will always barely survive crit Play Rough and crit Close Combat, while always being able to kill everything barely with this investment. Now for Magmortar, the ace Pokemon. Because I want to die to every Pokemon here or die to all the aces, I need a consistent way to die and then be able to kill Magmortar. That is why Garchomp has Dragon Breath. Dragon Breath does enough so Haunter will always come in with Shadow Ball and kill it, but not enough to activate the Citrus Berry. If Magmortar gets paralyzed or misses a move, just click Swords Dance a lot until you get hit, and then bring in Haunter and Shadow Ball. This is the 4th Elite Four member Lucian's Psychic team. I have brought Haunter with Spell Tag, Levitate, Max Special Attack, and Max Speed Timid. It has Shadow Ball, Nightshade, Destiny Bond, Protect. The ace on this team is Gallade, and the first Pokemon is Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime has Light Clay Filter, both screens, Psychic, and Dazzling Gleam. It is max HP, max speed. This is an annoying Pokemon because if you ignore it, it will put up one of the screens. It also has Filter, making it slightly harder to kill. Espeon isn't too much of an issue. It is fast, but there is faster Pokemon on the team that you have to worry about. Alakazam, very fast. Magic Guard Life Orb, so it doesn't take recoil. But if you're faster than it, it is killable very easily. Bronzong, not too much of an issue. If you're faster than it, it also dies. Slowbro is very tanky, but is killable with enough special attack. The strategy for Haunter here is to spam Shadow Ball on the first 5 Pokemon. And then against the ace, you will use Nightshade once. If you survive because of friendship, you can click Destiny Bond until you die. If you die on the first turn before being able to click Destiny Bond, you can bring out Drapion that will always be able to kill Gallade with a Crunch. The Nightshade always does consistent damage, which puts it in range of Crunch from Drapion. And it won't activate Gallade's Citrus Berry. This is the champion Cynthia's team. I have chosen Drapion for this with Leftovers and Battle Armor. As before, it's like Shell Armor, which is very good ability. It is max HP, 56 attack, 32 defense, 168 speed. It's Jolly Nature, has Substitute, Swords Dance, Cross Poison, Crunch. The ace Pokemon is Garchomp, the starting Pokemon is Spiritomb. This was the most annoying team to build against, and I have gone through many iterations of planning on this. Spiritomb is really annoying. It's Citrus Berry, Pressure, 252 HP, 6 attack, and 252 special attack. It's Quiet Nature, has Shadow Ball, Dark Pulse, Will-O-Wisp, and Sucker Punch. This is annoying for many reasons. It is a Dark Ghost type, so Shadow Ball and Dark Pulse get Stab. Shadow Ball can drop special defense, Dark Pulse can flinch, and has Will-O-Wisp to burn physical attackers. There is Porygon, which doesn't really do much ever. You just need to make sure you can one-shot it because Hyper Beam is strong. There is Togekiss, which is a fairy flying type with Leftover Serene Grace Max special attack, max speed, timid with 6 HP. Has Air Slash, Dazzling Gleam, Aura Sphere, Thunder Wave. This is annoying if it stays around because it can flinch with Air Slash if you're slower. Dazzling Gleam is a good move. Aura Sphere is also a good move. And Thunder Wave is very annoying if it wants to click it, which it's 50-50 it feels like. There's Lucario, which is probably the most annoying Pokemon to build against, with Spiritomb being the lead, because it has Focus Sash, Inner Focus, Max Attack, Max Speed, Jolly, with Close Combat, Earthquake, Meteor Mash, and Extreme Speed. This is always an issue because you will bring it down to Sash, and instead of full restoring, it might Extreme Speed you if it thinks you're in range of something. And then it just has very strong moves in general, with Meteor Mash having a chance to raise attack, which is always bad. Inner Focus makes it so it can't flinch. Flinching wasn't really a plan anyways, but this is a pain to deal with. Milotic is another pain. It has Flame Orb, Marvel Scale, max HP, max defense, 6 special attack. Mirror Coat, Ice Beam, Scald, Recover. If you don't one-shot this, it will get burned and then Marvel Scale activates, which improves its defense a lot. It is a very bulky Pokemon, so it's best to try and one-shot it before it can set up against you. And Garchomp isn't really an issue as long as you're faster than it. The way Drapion works in this battle is that it will substitute against Spiritomb, and then Swords Dance while in Substitute. When Substitute is broken, you put back up Substitute and Swords Dance. You do this until you are max attack, which is 3 Swords Dances. The reason for having leftovers on Drapion is because it is inconsistent for what move Spiritomb uses. If it always used Will-O-Wisp outside of Substitute, you would not need leftovers, but since it is inconsistent, you need leftovers. Battle Armor makes it so Spiritomb is a lot more manageable. Substitute also makes it so Shadow Ball can't drop special defense. So Spiritomb will always take 2 hits to break the Substitute. So once you set up, you can use Crunch against Porygon, Lucario, and Milotic. You will use Crunch twice against Lucario, as Lucario will be the one that breaks the Substitute, finally. And you Crunch while it is in full restore or Extreme Speed. Extreme Speed will not kill, so you do not have to worry about Lucario. And then you use Cross Poison on Togekiss, and you are free to kill Garchomp with Crunch, as this is the final team, so you do not need to die. Now for the last part of the video, where I show me catching everything and putting the team together. I'll give some tips, but this will mostly be just sped up footage of where I get the Pokemon and how I get them. Tip number 1. If you get a Compound Eyes or Super Luck Pokemon, it increases the 5% items to 20%. Nincada is a Compound Eyes Pokemon and also is holding Soft Sand, so I recommend that as the Compound Eyes Pokemon you get. Tip number 2, if you bring a Pokemon into home, and then I think into another game and then bring it back, you can change the moves there and you don't have to use the slow move reminder. Yes, tip number 3, it's way easier to level up your Pokemon in a different game if you have that as an option. You can even catch the Pokemon in a different game if that's easier for you, but I did it in this game just to show that it's possible to catch them. I did not level them up in this game as that would take a while, and I don't have much time at the moment. It took me roughly 2 hours to do this. I think you could do it a lot faster if you pay more attention, which I was not. I used the Pokélotto in Scarlet and Violet to get candies and money, and in Sword and Shield I used Dynite to get the candies. One other thing I forgot to mention is if you use your underground base and like change the types to whatever type you're looking for, you can get faster encounters or like more things to spawn. It works.